Oi, gente, I'm Giselle, and this is Giselle Santos Beauty. And today we're going to be talking about my favorite products from 2017 in terms of beauty, mainly makeup, actually only makeup. So if you're interested in seeing what I fell in love with last year, then keep on watching. Okay, so let's get right to it. Actually, before we get into this, go ahead and subscribe. It's free and we get to stay connected. So do it right now before you forget, okay? Okay, to start off, my one of the most favorite products that I had from last year was the Pore Matteless Fit Me Foundation from Maybelline. And this one is the color 335, which is perfect for me right now, and it's the classic tan. I don't remember exactly when I started wearing this foundation. Actually, I'm pretty sure it was when I left MAC. Honestly, it all started when I left MAC. So I left MAC at the beginning of last year, so I think it was around March or so. And after that, I was like, you know what? Working for MAC, like, of course, there's like an array of products that I got to choose from. So I never felt the need really to step outside of that MAC box. And I was with them for like 5 years. So I wasn't really trying different things because, for one, I was full time. So when I come into work, you of course are required to wear MAC stuff. And if you're not wearing MAC, it has to be something that is the equivalent to something that we have there, because people are going to ask, oh, what do you have on your lips or your eyes? And a lot of times it would be, other companies were coming out with things that MAC wasn't up to par with yet. So it would be hard to, I just didn't feel like doing all of that work in terms of finding things that I could find at the store. So I really stuck with MAC products, and then after I left, I started to branch out into other brands a lot more. And I think that that's when I fell in love with this foundation, because I was a Studio Fix Fluid baby. Like, I love Studio Fix Fluid. Like, the foundation is amazing, but I wanted to start wearing something different, and that's when I picked this up. Reasons why I love this foundation. One, it's buildable, it's lightweight, it gives a beautiful finish, and it stays on all day. It is absolutely amazing. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin, and it doesn't look heavy, and those are very important. I'm used to wearing heavy makeup. Like, it doesn't necessarily bother me, but what I really love about this foundation is that it really doesn't feel like I have anything on my skin. And this is a normal to oily skin foundation. I'm more on the oily side, and I have never had any issues with it. My skin stays pretty matte. I mean, I do use powder, you know what I'm saying, to set my foundation. So technically, I usually shouldn't have any issues. But if I don't set it with powder, I still don't feel like I get super oily. Now, I haven't done a ton of research or really paid attention to the color range, but I've never felt like I couldn't find a color since I started wearing it. Because, of course, in the winter, I'm going to be a little lighter, and then come summer, I have to switch my colors all over again. And I can find my shade for winter and summertime without any problems. And I've seen an array of different women who have found a shade in this collection. So I don't think that color would be an issue when it comes to this. Now, I don't know in terms of like the lightest shade and the darkest one. But I think that for a lot of the in-between, they are available for purchase. My next product is also a Maybelline product, because I was looking for a setting powder for under my eyes. I had used Laura Mercier's translucent powder, and I was like, oh, it's okay, but it's really expensive, and just didn't think that it was worth the money. And I was like, okay, I know that drugstores or drugstore brands have really been, you know what I'm saying, on their game, so there has to be something out there. And I picked up this Maybelline loose powder, and it's their shine free loose powder, blah 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 blah, and I use it in the color medium. And oh my god, I absolutely love this powder. Hands down, I honestly think it's better than Laura Mercier's, because one, it has coverage and it has a little bit of color. The downside to it is that I believe they only have two shades, which, as far that I've seen, is the medium and I think the light. And maybe it's because of my neighborhood. I mean, I don't know. But I use the medium and it's perfect for setting my concealer under my eyes and other areas of my face when I'm highlighting. It's lightweight in my opinion. It doesn't cake. It doesn't crack. It doesn't sit on lines like I'm wearing it right now. And this powder is absolutely amazing. I, of course, have not used it all over my face because this is a lighter shade. So I use something else, which is also a Maybelline product. I have fallen in love with Maybelline in 2017, obviously. And since I love the liquid foundation so much, I wanted a powder to really make my skin look flawless. I was using Studio Fix powder, but the Studio Fix powder is heavy as hell, okay? Because it's a foundation in itself. It's supposed to cover up. It's supposed to give you a ton of coverage. So when you're doing a liquid foundation underneath it and then you're putting Studio Fix powder on top of it, it's just like super cakey. That's cakey makeup. And I'm a firm believer, like, I like my skin to look like skin. I don't have any skin issues, thank the Lord. So I don't have to really necessarily put on a ton of makeup to hide. And there's nothing against anyone that does it or anyone that actually likes that look. I personally don't. When I'm in person, I want my makeup to look just as flawless as it would on video, because of course you have to put a little bit more makeup to make videos because of all the lighting, but I still want my face to look amazing in person. I don't want people to look at me and be like, ooh, like I can see the powder, you know, it just looks heavy. But anyways, I'm rambling. I grabbed the powder and I'm using the color 330 for the powder. Foundation is 335, and I just lightly dust this over when I'm removing the powder for highlighting under my eyes and to kind of like remove the shine a little bit. But this powder has a beautiful satin finish. It's mattifying in my opinion, but it doesn't look super matte on the skin and just gives me a beautiful flawless look. So honestly, in terms of skin, like, these three have been my go-to for 2017 because it just looks amazing, like amazing. I absolutely love them. Okay, the next product is going to be an eyeshadow palette, and it's from my boo, Makeup Shayla, and once again, Maybelline. Maybelline is the fucking theme here, apparently. And it's the City Mini Palette times Shayla. And I actually didn't purchase the palette. I got it from Jen Beauty when I was out there and I met her in LA. But this palette is so pretty. Oh my god. And she had it on, of course, in the black. Now I can't really tell if this is black or if it's a really deep purple, which could be a mixture of the two. It's super dark. This palette, it's super pigmented. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And I was super excited to try it, but also super surprised at the quality of it. I wouldn't, if someone had just given me and didn't have nothing on it and just to try it, I wouldn't have thought that it was sold at drugstores. Like, that's how amazing it is. It goes on super smooth, it blends really well, and the colors show up beautifully. Like, this palette was definitely a go-to for me in 2017, and also because it's Shayla and I absolutely am a stan for her, so maybe that has something to do with it too. And the next item is also an eyeshadow palette, and it's from Juvia's Place. And not necessarily just this one. I have another one, and this one is the Magic by Juvia. And the reason why I am including this in the video is because these shadows are amazing. It's like you don't really have to put a lot of work in terms of using them. They're going to be super pigmented. They're going to be super vibrant on the skin. It works from very fair to very dark skin tones. Like, literally everyone can wear it and not feel left out, like, oh my gosh, this is not gonna work on my skin tone. Like, it's absolutely beautiful. They do a great job with packaging. I think that the packaging is gorgeous. But just in terms of when I've been wanting to do more of like bold looks and shimmery looks, even on clients, like this palette has been it. And the other one that I got that I can't remember what the name of it is. But Juvia's Place has been bomb. I really want to get some of their blushes. And what else do they have? Yeah, they have blushes and I think just eyeshadows. I don't think they have any lip products, but eyeshadows are bomb. If you have not tried Juvia's Place's eyeshadows yet, you need to get on it. Like, you are missing out. Their shadows are amazing. Amazing when it comes to quality. Like, I can't even. Like, I absolutely love these palettes. So, the next one is going to be a lipstick. Oh, let me touch up my lips really quick. It's actually from MAC. And these are the Lip Tensity lipsticks. This color right here is in medium rare. It is my favorite pink. The formula is, I don't know if they still sell these. I'm pretty sure they do because I don't think it was limited edition, but you know, sometimes things get taken out of rotation. But the formula is super creamy, but it stays on. It doesn't move at all, and it's a little bit thick, so you get color. So it has a good color payoff, but it's super moisturizing on the lips as well, and I absolutely love it. And all of the colors are really pretty on, and it literally looks pretty on everyone. I didn't even do a lip liner, and maybe somebody would be like, well, bitch, you should have because you need it. But I personally love the way that it looks. I could just put it on and go, and it stays on for hours, and I absolutely love it. The next goodie on the list is my Prism palette from Anastasia. This palette is also gorgeous. Like, just the colors are so different and so pretty for a palette. And I know some people were talking shit about it, but I personally really enjoyed this palette, and I have not had any issues whatsoever. And I mean, I don't know if we could say it's batch, or if it's people really knowing how to use it, or if it's people who are just looking for views. It could be a combination of all of the above. I personally really like the palette. I think that the colors look absolutely amazing, and I loved it because it was a group of colors that I didn't really have in my collection. And they just look absolutely stunning on, and it really made me feel like, okay, I'm stepping out of my box a tiny little bit, because I had been in this like super neutral, sometimes no shadow at all, and I really enjoyed how creamy they were and how well they worked in terms of blending. That's my experience with it, and I'm sticking to it. Alright, so this year was the year that, or not this year, this past year, 2017, was the year that I was introduced to Ofra, and oh my goodness. If you have not tried Ofra highlighters yet, girl, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're waiting on. Their highlighters are absolutely amazing. I have it on right now, and just see, like, you see that? You see that? Look at that. Looks amazing. And I have the one with me right now that it's from the Nikki Tutorials collection, and I have another one, I don't remember the name of it, but it's a really pretty champagne highlighter, and these are just creamy, and it goes on beautifully on the skin, and it doesn't look powdery, because some highlighters, when they're really pigmented, like, they, in my opinion, they just kind of sit on the skin. And this really blends in a really nice way, so that your skin just kind of almost looks wet, and not so much like you put powder on. And honestly, I have not tried highlighters as good as these. Like, amazing. I hate saying the word shook, but I was shook when I first tried their highlighters. I was like, bitch, did you see that? Did you see that highlighter? See the way it was popping? Go get yourself. And even though Wet n Wild also did really good in 2017, the highlighters were bomb. I should have actually grabbed them, and I forgot, because the Ofra ones were like, bitch. You know what I'm saying? So my absolutely favorite product from Wet n Wild in 2017 was their eyeshadows. And what are these called? These are the metallic liquid eyeshadow. Oh my gosh. I purchased the set that came with everything at BeautyCon last year, and this blew me out of the water. I was so excited to create looks with these eyeshadows. They look absolutely beautiful on. You could use it as a base, or you could just use it on its own. This one was actually my absolute favorite. And this is the Aquatic Prism. And it's absolutely stunning. Look at that. It looks more greenish, but like as I turn, you see how it's a little more like purpley. It's so pretty on the eyelid, and I've used it as a base and I use it on its own, and it's absolutely amazing. Doesn't flake, stays on the entire time that you have it, like hours and hours and hours. And it's just, I was like, okay, Wet n Wild, let's see you. Like, this is gorgeous. I absolutely love it. And I hadn't tried a liquid eyeshadow before, so I was really intrigued. I was like, how is this really gonna work? But it did, and it did an amazing job. And I was like, Wet n Wild is coming for everybody's coins, okay? Because it's affordable, and their line of products are amazing. I've been using Wet n Wild pretty sure since I was in high school. Like, they've been around for a minute, and they're just now getting some recognition, and their products have not lacked in terms of quality since I first purchased my first product. Their lipsticks are bomb. There's this one nude lipstick. Oh my god, I was so in love with it. I don't know if they still have it or not. Amazing lipsticks. The eyeshadows are pretty creamy too. See, I don't even have the other stuff, but Wet n Wild in general was one of the best things in terms of products, because it was all affordable but really good quality. So they were coming for high-end makeups. Like, they're coming for their coins, because they're like, okay, we are going to show you that we can provide cruelty-free products that are of amazing quality and that people can actually afford. So kudos to Wet n Wild. Y'all did your thing in 2017, and I'm kind of excited to see what you come up with this year. Okay, and last but not least, my absolutely favorite product of 2017 was the Mineralized Skin Finish and Naturally Enhanced. I'm pretty sure this came out in 2017. Pretty damn sure. And it's Max Mineralized. It's like a bronzer. So you have 4 colors like a pinwheel. You have the darker browns down here, and then the top ones are like orangier, as you can see. This is my go-to for contouring. Like, I'm making a dip on it. I'm making a little dip. Obviously I've been using mostly the bottom ones. Sometimes I use the other ones if I want a little bit more of like a goldish something going on. I have it on right now. I usually use it to really intensify my contour a little bit, but it's absolutely amazing, mainly because of the colors, and I love the Skin Finish line. It's absolutely amazing. The powders are amazing. It has a beautiful, beautiful finish, and it gives the skin an amazing look if you want to use it for setting your foundation, or even if you want to use it on its own because you just don't feel like putting foundation on. So this was an absolutely must, not absolutely, an absolute must to have in my collection, and I'm going to be sad. Actually, this was limited edition, I thought, but I just checked the website and it's on there, so maybe they brought it in permanently. I don't know, but it's my favorite. Alright everyone, so those are my favorites of 2017. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know, what were your favorites in 2017? What did you absolutely love in terms of makeup? Leave it in the comment section below and I'll check it out, because I want to go makeup shopping soon, and maybe I'll pick up one of your faves. As always, thank you so much for sticking around and watching my videos. I super duper appreciate you guys. If you have not done so yet, go ahead and click that subscribe button, thumbs up, so that I know that you're enjoying my videos, and I will see you on the next one. Bye. Actually, before you go, click on this video right here. I know you want to watch it. I know you want to watch it, and I know you want to share it too, girl. Go ahead and do it. Just click on it.